Hello friends, good morning, good afternoon. In this session, we are going to see log shipping in SQL Server. So this is the application and we are collecting the data from the application and here is the SQL database, correct? And in that we are having a data of the application. So here we have a data and we have to replicate that data into the SQL database too, right? And yeah, on top of that there is a reporting. So if we connecting the reporting to the SQL database one, then it will be a lagging issue or there is a slowness issue. So that's why we connected that reporting, means Power BI report or a SSIS report on database too, right? And one more thing, this is the high availability solution. Means suppose let's say there is a SQL database one is down or is any problem to particular SQL database one, and in that case we can make the SQL database 2 as a primary and application can connect to the SQL database 2. So we have a whatever the transaction log time in between these two, 3 minutes, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, so that based on that we can lose only that data, but still before of 10 minutes or 5 minutes we have a complete data, right? So means this is the high availability solution. And for always on you can refer these three sessions, means I created three parts for that. And means always on, then mirroring and log shipping and replication, these are the methods of high availability and disaster recovery, correct? So at the end, means after the um, this session, means there is a I will create one more session for the replication, and after that I will discuss with you about the difference between the log shipping, replication and always on, which is better and when to use which method, correct? So in this session we are going to see log shipping. So let's start the practical. Yes, first of all we will create the one simple database at here, right? New database. I'm call it as a application DB. Okay. And in option we have to set the recovery model as a full because we have to take the transaction log, correct? So here we have to set, or a bulk log is also fine. So I am making it as a full. Okay. And create it. Okay, application DB, and we have to create the one table in that. So I'm taking the sample from here, SQL Server topics and basic sample as a, yeah, SQL commands, and in that there is a create table student. Okay, copy it, and then there is a for record we have to insert. So I'm copying the select star as well. Click create table, done. Then there is a insert into table, right? Means student, and we have a four records, right? So means this is our application DB, and in that if we select tables, so you will get the student table, right? We have to replicate this DB or log ship this DB, correct? Log ship means there is a transaction log we have to ship from one database to the another database, and then that means new database will have a that logs or that transactions, means whatever the, if we insert the few records in application DB, and then that records will be available in another database. Okay, right click on it, then properties, or before of the properties means we have to check, yeah, recovery model is available or not. So yeah, we made it, right? That's each one, and then there is a task. Then here we have to ship transaction log, right? Here it is a option. Okay, enable this is as a primary database logship configuration. So backup setting, it means we in background SQL Server agent will invoke that job and ship the transaction log, right? Means it will take the backup from this database, and then uh, we have to apply that logs in another database, right? So before of that, I am making the SQL Server agent on, so that pop-up will come. Okay, yeah, SQL Server agent is running, and so backup setting. In that, first of all, we have to create the one folder for that, right? So where is that? In C drive, there is a log shipping folder I created, and we have to make it as a share. Go to the properties and sharing, click on a share. Yes, everyone read write permission. So based on that, your network, you have to give that particular rights, right? And make it as a share. Okay, so copy that path, close it, and then go to the SQL Server again. Yes, so if the that particular folder is located on a primary server, so you can mention the C drive that backup path as well. And here there is a delete the older files, means which is means less than 72 hours. So older than 72 hours, that files will be delete. And what is the job name? So if you check on SQL Server agent, then there is a means those are the configure distribution, these are the different jobs, but about the log shipping there is a no any job, right? So yes, we are creating the job name as a ls backup application db, right? And yeah, schedule means this is the recurring schedule, right? And after how many minutes we have to schedule that job. So I am from your means right now learning perspective, I am creating it as a for a 2 minutes or a 3 minutes, because we have to, I am creating one for only 1 minute, but in in general practical scenario we can maintain it as a 10 minutes or a 15 minutes. Okay, and yeah, from start date, right? Okay, set backup compression, yes, use the default server setting and click on OK. Then after that we have to add the database, right? So secondary database instance, either you can create right now, from demo point of view, I am creating the this server as a secondary data, means for considering for the secondary database. Otherwise, if in network, if you have any another server, then you can mention that server as well, and you can find over here and you can connect to that server, right? Right now I am just configuring the same server, then connect to that server. Yes, and secondary database, right? So if you have, if that database is already created, then you have to just select it, right? Or first of all, we have to create the secondary database, right? So I am giving the name reporting db report. Here we have to select the first option. Okay, means generate the full backup of the primary database. First of all, I will show you. Yeah, there is a main backup or a transaction log backup, correct? And it is on the primary, second, and uh, means primary server and secondary server. From primary server, we are taking the backup, right? Means take backup, and on secondary server, we are restoring the backup, right? And in between that, we have to copy the file, means take backup means, yeah, there is a backup file will create or a trn file will create, right? Transaction, there is a trn file. And then there is a next job is copy backup, right? So we need to check, yeah, which folder there is a means that backup file or a trn file, right? This is the, this is the first job, this is the second job, copy backup job, and third job is the restore, right? So restore job, what it's done, restore backup means there is on secondary server, it will go and it will restore that thing, right? So that is the scenario behind of this. And yes, here is the copy files. So in our case, we are not copying the files, so we can kept it as a blank. If there is a secondary server, then you can mention that. And schedule, yeah, after 1 minute I'm uh, uh, miss copying that particular file, right? So we have to mention over here. And restore the transaction log, means first is the initialize, then there is a copy job, and then after that there is a restore, means when there is a restore, so after few seconds or a few minutes we have to restore that, right? Yeah, it is in a minutes. Yeah, after means whenever there is a new files is available, so it will restore that. And schedule, yeah, after 1 minute it will restore, right? Whenever there is a new file will come. And I am specifying the path over here. Sorry. Mm, yes, first of all, same path we have to give whatever the log files, where is that, properties and sharing, copy it, give that copy files path. Okay. And here is also schedule as a 1 minute. Actually, in your case, means whenever we are in a means staging or a production, so that will be 15 minutes or a 10 minutes gap. So we have enough time to ship that file and restore that backup, right? Okay, means my computer is the server and reporting DB is the destination, means target database. Use the monitor service, so you can monitor that. You have to uh, means there is a who is monitoring server, and we can uh, connect to that server, and who is the monitoring job or a alert job, means whenever there is a job is failed, so you will get the some any confirm, means there is a mm, yeah, job is failed, or means that you will get the notification, right? So I am not setting any monitor service instance right now. And then just uh, there is a script, so in the background script will generate. So if you want to see, you can see that script and then just click on OK. So here, backing up primary database, then restoring the backup on a secondary database, and saving the secondary database configuration, right? So yes, click on OK. If you see, click on a refresh. So previously, yeah, there is a alert job is done, backup, copy, and restore, right? So three jobs is created at here, right? So reporting DB is in a restore mode, right? So let's say, first of all, if we are going to new query, and so it will say, yeah, let's see what tag. If you are going to see reporting, no. Why it is not came at here? Because it is in a restoring mode, so we can't able to do any query on that database. Why? Because in application, so first of all I will show you here, there is a task, then launch, ship transaction log. So there is a one setting, means which, yeah, restoring mode, and right click on it. First of all, go to the task, and then there is a ship transaction log, and in that there is an option. First of all, go to the reporting DB, and after that there is a restore transaction log, and in that there is a no recovery mode, means here is the restoring, means no recovery. And means we are not able to do any select operation. If we make it as a standby mode, and then just click on OK and click on OK. So close it, just refresh it. So this is available. Yes, this option is available if you refresh it. And one more thing, why it is in standby and read only mode, we have to click on a checkbox where it is that. So ship transaction log, and there is a means in a previous setting there is a restore. Here is the disconnect users in the database. Actually, we set it as a 1 minute, so in between that transaction logs are shipping. So that's why we are not able to see that, right? Click on OK. OK, and then if you are going to select here, then just select the reporting DB. Yes, select star from which table we created, student. OK, just click on a select student. OK, and yes, what I did, actually I inserted two records at here, and then select, so six student, and here I'm going to select there is a six student. So in front of you I'm creating the two more again, right? And so I'm giving the name as a Puneet and Mani, right? And then just insert. Okay, so in a source database application DB there is a two records, right? But in a destination, if you are going to select, there is a six records. So means there is a, first of all, take the backup from application DB, right? So we have to check. Yes, we have to see history. So 2031, yes, 2031. After that is any, means backup is done, and then after that ls copy view history. Yes, that also, that job also run, and here view history, there is a restore, refresh it, right? And where is that file? Actually in that folder there is a backup file, and these are the SQL Server transaction log backup, right? So select it, and new backup file is generated 2032, right? And if we see, select star from student, so there is a 8 records, means new two records are came at here. Means if we do two records inserted, so that can be shipped over here, and we are getting the two records. Means this is the nothing but the log shipping. This is the alert job, 1 2 3, these are the three main jobs, and this is the folder. That should be a shared folder, or a means on primary server or a secondary server. And SQL Server have SQL Server agent have access to access that folder, right? Means that particular where is the shared folder, and if we have to access that database, then make it as a standby or a read-only mode. And if we have to make it as a no recovery mode, then just select in application, uh, means right click application DB, right click, and then ship transaction log. Here there is a setting, so no recovery mode means no one can able to access, means make the select query on that. And yeah, please note that insert update delete statement we can't do on a reporting DB, because it is the standby or a read only mode. And you have to stop the lock shipping, or there is a jobs created, you can simply delete that jobs, and or you can make the enable button as a miss uncheck. So click on it, and then yes, click on yes. So miss not ship that particular logs to the secondary database, and click on OK. So it will delete the lock shipping configuration. Refresh it. If you refresh it, yeah, you can see there is a ls alert, you can delete that manually, no problem. and this is the database, right? So you can delete that at the end, means if you know require in future. And close existing connection means MDF and LDF will also delete, otherwise it also remaining on the data means disk. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, please share it and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.